Hello and welcome to Dave's Delightful Dishes. And as always, I'm Dave, and it's such a delight to have you here with me in my kitchen. And today I'm doing a request. Christina from Maryland, in looking at one of my other videos, said, "Hey, how about savory bread pudding?" Which I went, well, that's something I haven't heard of before. So I did a little bit of thinking and looked around to see what other people consider savory bread pudding, and I found one that sounded delicious. So today we're going to do, it's called meatball bread pudding. And let's go check it out. This recipe is relatively simple. I mean, it's got some ingredients to it, and I'm going to try something a little different today. I'm going to just pop up right here the ingredients on the screen, and then we're going to drop right into it, and you'll be able to get the list of the ingredients down in the description. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go right back into getting onto the cooktop to get started. All right, so I'm heating up a large cast iron skillet, and it's just been wiped with olive oil so that way it's not dry. Because we're going to be adding in that this is a half a pound of ground beef, and it's extra lean. I'm going to drop that around, as well as an onion that's been chopped, and 2 cloves of garlic that I've smashed and then chopped roughly. And now we're going to cook this all together until the beef is browned and the onions are translucent. All right, now that that's there, we're going to let this go, and I'll get back to you once we have translucency and browned beef. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes, and this is nicely browned, and the onions and the garlic are giving off great scents and are translucent. So now I've got to add in a can of diced tomatoes, drained, the oregano, teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flake, a half a cup of chicken broth, and a 1/4 cup of red wine. Now, if your meat was really greasy, you could drain the grease there, but this was super lean, so it really didn't need it. So what we're going to do is we're stirring this up, and I'm going to switch to a spoon now. You mix this all together, and we want to simmer it for 20 minutes. So let that all come together. And get it to just the right temperature, and adjust your heat so that it's simmering but not boiling over, and get it in the middle of the flame. I've got a kind of a medium heat right now, and we got to let this go for 20 minutes. When we get back, then we're going to combine it with the rest of our ingredients, and right now I am preheating an oven to 350 degrees. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes. My oven is up to temperature, and as you can see, this has reduced to where there's almost no liquid left, and which is what we're looking for. We're not trying to have this be super soupy now, but all that good flavor has been condensed and is now in here. So I'm going to turn the heat off, and we're going to go to the workstation to work on the next part of this, which is the bread pudding part of the bread pudding. All right, now to make this bread pudding, I need the 3 eggs. Dropping in. I have my cream. In this case, it's heavy cream, but you can use half and half as well. And that's 1/3 of a cup. And then a tablespoon packed of brown sugar. And we need to there's the thumb. We need to whisk that together until it's combined. And that's good and well combined. And then I have a 2.5 quart casserole. And I have a demi baguette, which is day old, which I have cubed into about 1-inch cubes. You can make the cubes bigger or smaller, however you choose. And that goes in here. and my stuff goes on top. And then we're going to take a rubber spatula and we're going to mix this all together so that we get coverage all over this. And now that this is pretty much covered, I'm also going to add in my meats. And for that, I need my bare hands. And this is going into. Ta-da! And now we'll take that rubber spatula again. And we just got to mix to combine this all. Just want to make sure everything's got something on it. And that there's a little bit of egg everywhere because that's what's going to bind it all together. There we go. That's looking real good. Okay, so before we put this in the oven, I got to do one last thing, which is I'm going to grate some fresh Romano on this. Now I'm going to do it half and half so that way I've got some that I can enjoy. But if you're a cheese eater, go ahead and use this all the way up and down. And I don't need to have it like a snowstorm, although it is actually snowing outside as we speak right now. I just want to have some good coverage so it gets nice and melty. And there we go. Now this is going to go into that 350-degree oven for 40 minutes, and we'll see you at the completion. Well, this is fresh out of the oven, and wow, this actually looks really good. It smells really good, too. So I can let that stop bubbling. So, anytime you get something fresh out of the oven, you want to give it about 5 minutes just to cool down enough so you can serve it without burning the roof of somebody's mouth. So we're going to let that cool for a couple minutes, and I will see you at the workstation for us to plate up and finish off. Okay, I am excited to dish this out. So I think of this as either, the way I'm looking at this is either a side dish or this is a really cool like appetizer. Also probably work for a potluck, but this is something where this isn't, I don't think this is a main course. So we're going to get I'm going to chop up. I'm using a spatula, but I think maybe a spoon would have been better. Nice little healthy portion here on the plate. And yeah, it's acting just like bread pudding. Oh, and the smell looks great. And let me tell you what, it's pretty delightful. So this is something you can easily do at home. And Christina, challenge accepted, challenge completed. It's definitely something that you could do. And I don't see any reason why people wouldn't like this. I think I like this. So I would like you to try it, or you tell me what you think of it. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe. And you can check me out at my Instagram account and at the Facebook page for Dave's Delightful Dishes, which will both be down in the descriptions. As always, my recipes are here, and the ingredients will be in the descriptions. And I'd love to hear from you. Keep those challenges coming in. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you at the next recipe.